Hey everyone. Wow, you guys have sent us a ton of stuff on AI and jobs lately. Articles, research, even some forum threads that honestly sound a little panicked.
Yeah, I've seen those.
It's definitely something people are thinking about.
Definitely.
And for good reason, right? Every day. It's like AI is either going to give us a 4-day work week or it's going to steal everyone's jobs. So for this deep dive, we want to really dig in and see what's really going on. Is AI coming for our paychecks, or is it going to be like the best coworker we've ever had?
Well, I can tell you, the stuff you sent, it's definitely more interesting than just robots are taking over. In fact, one study found that AI could boost productivity by like 66%. So not taking jobs, but actually making us way better at them.
66%. That's wild. Okay, but how does AI boost our productivity without, like replacing us entirely?
That's the question, right? And the answer is automation, but maybe not how we imagine it. AI is really good at the tasks that none of us actually like, the repetitive, kind of soul-crushing stuff, data entry, scheduling, even like basic customer service.
Oh, you mean like when you're stuck talking to a chatbot for 20 minutes just trying to reset your password?
Exactly. Nobody enjoys that. But think about it. If AI handles those initial questions, the human reps are free to deal with the really complex stuff, the issues that need a human touch to actually solve.
Okay, so AI can crunch numbers and answer FAQs, but it's the human stuff, the creativity, critical thinking that's going to be important, even with AI.
Exactly. Those uniquely human skills are going to be super valuable as AI becomes more common.
So it's less about AI taking over our jobs and more about AI taking over our to-do lists so we can actually use our brains for, the interesting stuff.
You got it. And you know what's even more interesting? It's not just about protecting the jobs we have now. AI is actually creating a ton of brand new jobs that didn't even exist a few years ago.
And that's where things get really interesting for me. We're not just talking about like everyone needing to learn to code, right? Some of these new jobs sound like something out of a movie.
Right.
Like one article you sent talked about AI trainers. So someone's got to teach these AI systems how to, think.
Yeah, it's like their job is to show the algorithms how it's done.
It's like being the cool kid in AI school.
Exactly.
And it's not all tech either. One article mentioned a need for AI ethicists.
Oh.
I mean, can you imagine? Making sure AI is used ethically, that's their job.
Definitely a job for the future.
That's one for the career fair posters.
Yeah.
But, okay, let's be real. All this talk about upskilling, reskilling, it can feel kind of overwhelming, right? Especially with how fast things change in tech.
I get that, for sure. But one report you sent actually made a good point about this. It said, instead of trying to guess which job to train for, we should focus on the skills that'll be valuable no matter what.
So like the things that make us human, creativity, problem solving, all that.
Exactly. Those are the things AI can't do, at least not yet. And the more we use them, the better we get. Like a muscle you're training.
Okay, I like that. Speaking of practical, one of these sources had a whole list of tips, things you can do right now to get ready for AI in the workplace.
Oh, yeah, that was a good one.
Did any of those stand out to you? There were a bunch of good ones in there, but I think the one that really got me was about treating AI as a creative partner, not just like, another tool.
Oh, yeah. Almost like AI could be your brainstorming buddy.
Yeah, exactly. And they had that great example about AI in music. I think it was even in one of the articles you sent.
Oh, right, yeah.
About how some composers are using AI to make melodies and stuff.
Yeah, to help get them started.
And then they use that as a starting point for their own work.
So cool.
So instead of replacing musicians, it's actually helping them be more creative.
I know, right? It's like the opposite of what we usually hear.
Totally. And it feels like we're just scratching the surface of what's possible. Finding ways for AI to help us be even better.
Totally.
Instead of just replacing us.
Yeah. It's like AI can give us the building blocks. Right.
But we're the ones who turn them into something really amazing.
Exactly. And that all goes back to what we were saying before about those human skills, right?
Well, that's not
like the world might be getting more and more driven by data, but it's the human stuff that really makes a difference. Our creativity, how we connect with each other, all that.
Couldn't agree more.
So I think what we've learned today is that the future isn't about humans versus AI. It's humans and AI.
Working together.
Exactly. And who knows what we'll be able to do when we get that right. Anyway, huge thanks to all of you for sending in this stuff. This was a really fascinating deep dive. And like we always say, the future isn't something that just happens to us. We get to help build it,